when he was over in China that WeChat and Alipay sort of apps are the way to the future, that these will be the future of fintech, not Bitcoin. But I think the way the US works is we control our banks, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, they control the global financial system because we are the empire. So there were no real legacy systems in Asia or India or Latin America to stand in the way of innovation. So was it ever possible that a WeChat or an Alipay could enter the likes of those, the equivalent, i.e. the equivalent would be eBay or Facebook or Amazon coming up with their own app as a payment system as advanced as what WeChat and Alipay have in China? Well, JP Morgan would never allow that. Wells Fargo would never allow that. These banks would never allow that to happen in the US, which is why most Americans don't realize it, but their financial technology here is so antiquated, whereas Bitcoin has clearly forced them to have to compete now.
The financial technology in Kenya is leaps and ahead of America.
Yeah.
But it's funny that Jamie Dimon has had to capitulate. And someone like a Jim Rickards, who is a friend of ours, he's very anti.
See, this is why I'm totally against big monopolies. When you do have large banks that have a lot of power and control over the market and consumers, they do stuff like this. And that's why I like sharing Max Keiser's work. He does a great job of identifying this, that we are way behind when it comes to payment systems and electronic payments. I mean, the one that I use the most is Venmo, which is okay, but the reason why there's other countries that are less developed than us that have better payment systems, it's because it's the banking. You don't have large banking cartels. And that's the problem with any kind of monopoly that you have in a market, especially when there's only 4 or 5 major players instead of maybe 10, 20, 30 competitors, is that they don't have to innovate. They can kind of force the consumers to accept whatever the norm is or whatever they dictate. And we see this in the airlines. I mean, because now we're down to only 4 major airlines, that's why our service is getting crappier. That's why they throw people off of planes that they overbook. That's why they pay their employees less and less. It's because we went from 20 competitive airlines that all had to compete and provide optimal service. And yes, maybe it was less profitable and it was harder for them to turn a large profit, but at the same time, the consumers benefited. And now we just got 4 major players in the market, and that's why I like cryptocurrency. It's a threat. It's gonna allow smaller players to enter the market and basically break up these bank monopolies that allow inefficiency because they dominate the market. But let me know what you guys think. Please leave a comment. If you do get a chance, check out Max Keiser's work. I think it's great. A lot of information that he shares that I agree with. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys soon.